could lower your cost of living by up to 25% in Montgomery County, just outside of Philadelphia, depending upon where you're relocating from. The costs of city living are busting consumers' budget. Major metro areas like Boston, New York, and DC are just simply too expensive and don't offer enough value to residents these days. Now, imagine having it all: pristine neighborhoods, top-notch schools, and breathtaking scenery, and all at less than what you expect. From housing costs to groceries and energy and transportation, we've all seen our bills rise over the past few years. But here, just beyond the city, there's plenty of ways to save and grow value. Luckily for you, I've got the inside information you need before you relocate. My name is Diane Cardano-Casacio. I'm a lifelong resident here in the suburbs of Philadelphia. I'm a local realtor and a real estate broker. And in today's video, I'll share just how far your dollar stretches and how much value residents get out of their hard-earned paychecks out here in Montgomery County. So be sure to stick around until the end. I'm going to share some of my best practical advice on maximizing your bottom line. For those of you unfamiliar with this area, Montgomery County, PA sits northwest of Philadelphia. Established almost 240 years ago, it's the third largest county in the state with 38 townships, 18 boroughs, and 75 towns to choose from to find your dream home. So home buying can be a little bit challenging. Now, being so close to the city, Montgomery County boasts a unique blend of suburban living and urban convenience, and it consistently ranks as one of the best places to live in the country for everyone, for single young professionals to families and retirees. And though the cost of living here is not cheap, residents here tend to pull in higher incomes, which helps offset expenses, with the average median household income is around $90,000 a year. Obviously, the biggest hit to your bottom line is housing, so let's talk about that first. Housing. When it comes to housing options, you'll find an array of historic and new construction single-family homes. There's condos and townhomes throughout the county. So whether you're looking for privacy and space of a tucked-away neighborhood or the convenience of amenities of an apartment or a townhouse, Montgomery County has options to cater your needs. Like with most suburban counties, the further you get away from the city, the more affordable the cost of living gets. According to niche.com, the more rural locations of East Greenville and Pottstown are the most budget-friendly, while Gladwin and Villanova are the most expensive. Housing prices can range from $300,000 all the way to $1 million or more, depending upon your needs. And the lower the price, the faster they go into contracts, so be prepared to move quickly. With rents in the city costing as much as mortgage in some areas, making the investment into your own home is really appealing right now. There's also been an upward trend of rising home prices in Montgomery County over the last few years due to the strong local economy, popular school districts, and the convenience of living in the heart of the Northeast. Now, at the same time, there are some wonderful grant programs available for residents of the Keystone State, so just contact me to see if you qualify for one of those grants. But housing isn't the only factor impacting our cost of living. Transportation ranks as the second highest expense for most Americans. You'll know why if you've been shopping around for a new car lately, but for budget purposes, let's focus on gas, insurance, and maintenance. In this area, full coverage insurance can run upwards of $350 per month for the young drivers, but sits around $200 to $250 for multifamily drivers. And as of this recording, the gas prices are around $3.60 a gallon. Now, add on maintenance costs ranging from like $75 to $150 per hour for repairs. It's not hard to see how owning more than one car could make a huge dent in your expenses. Next up, let's talk about taxes. Now, property taxes have a wide range here because of the county's diversity, but on average, residents pay around $414 annually a month on a home assessment of $166,000. Now, don't confuse those assessments with real market value. They aren't the same. Property taxes depend on what township you live in. Now, most townships in the county have their own governing bodies, their own school district, their own tax assessments and zoning laws, as well as requirements needed when selling a home. The cost to live in one township could be way more than the cost of living in another, mostly due to the property taxes. So when searching online, it's unfortunate that most websites only list the town name, not the township. And one town name, for example, Glenside, services 5 different townships, each having their own property tax assessment. For example, like Glenside, Cheltenham Township, you may see the prices of homes online are lower, but this is due to the fact that the property taxes are at 25% higher than the other Glenside townships. Therefore, when looking to buy a home in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, it's a good idea to have a seasoned real estate consultant to assist you, as it could get very confusing. And since property taxes are a huge chunk of your monthly payment, you want to make sure you can afford to live in that township. Other taxes are, say, the local sales tax. It sits at 6% of state and federal income tax to consider. Now, each township has its own local income tax, but don't worry, when we work together to find your dream home, we'll consider all the taxes and plan accordingly. Of course, there are many other factors that impact our bottom line, such as food and childcare and utilities to consider as well. So how does Montgomery County rank in those areas? Well, when it comes to groceries, prices here are about the same as they are throughout the rest of the country. Depending upon their choices, a single person may spend about $50 a week, while a family of four is closer to $200 a week. Childcare for our youngest residents can cost around $11,000 to $16,000 per year, depending upon the school and its facilities. Many public schools have after-school programs that cut those costs down too once your child hits pre-K age. And utilities range month to month and depend significantly on the size of the home and the number of people living there. So, for example, in a condo or townhome, the monthly utilities may only cost, say, about $150 a month, while larger families may see bills as high as $300 or more. But Montgomery County is a clear winner when you compare the cost of living in the suburbs here versus what you can find across the bridge in New York or New Jersey. And when we talk about the cost of living, we need to emphasize value, because you get what you pay for. Property values here pretty consistently move up, building more and more equity into your home as the years go by. The taxes you pay go to maintain roadways and safety and emergency services and environmental protection and our top-notch school systems. So residents receive as much as they give. Now, if you want to save a bit on your monthly budget, I have some practical cost-saving advice that may pad your bottom line a bit more. So if you're looking for a way to lower your housing costs, you may want to consider investing in a multi-family property. That way you can live in one of the units yourself and rent out the others to help offset your mortgage payment. These type of properties grow in value very quickly, especially today, leading to more equity and leverage for your financials. You can also reduce your monthly expenses by tackling transportation costs. Consider going down to one car or eliminating having a vehicle altogether. SEPTA service is super affordable, and for less than a grande frappuccino, you can travel into the city without the headaches of traffic or paying thousands of dollars for a commuter car. There are great opportunities also to bike or to walk anywhere you need to go in many of the towns in this county. Side note, those SEPTA cards that we have, you can also score you some discounts and perks all over the city. When it comes to groceries, you can save your pennies by shopping sales at the bigger chains like Giant, Acme, and Trader Joe's, or consider shopping by a local farmer's market. We got lots of those on the weekends to pick up your locally sourced seasonal food options. There's also some food assistance programs that are available to help those who qualify, and the link for these options are below in the description section. Childcare is a deep expense for many families. You may want to consider a co-op or Montessori school or some home-based childcare options instead of the larger, more costly institutions, especially if you have multiple children to consider. And for those who qualify, there are some government assistance programs to look into, and you can find that link below as well. Now, despite the cost of living rising across the country, there are real ways to get the most out of almost any budget. I hope this video helped you determine whether Montgomery County is right for you and your pocketbook. If you have any cost-saving measures you'd like to share or extra info on the cost of living in Montgomery County, please let me know in the comment section below. And remember to like and subscribe to this channel to keep up to date on the real estate market in Philly and her surrounding suburbs. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.